I'm sure that most of the people watching this video will know all about the most popular teams in career mode. This is like Wrexham being moved into League 2, or rebuilding Chelsea, or trying to develop youth at Ajax. Well, today I've trawled through some of the least used teams on FIFA to find 5 saves that have totally gone under the radar. If you decide to do one of these saves, make sure you let me know in the comments below, and if you've got a really small team you think deserves attention, let me know that as well. So let's begin with our first team. How about we start with a 3rd division team that was battling Bayern Munich for the title only 3 seasons ago. Well, to be totally accurate, it was the Bayern Munich B team, but either way, Bayreuth were promoted and now they're playing professional football for the first time in 32 years. The club's high point was definitely in the 1970s, where Bayreuth finished 2nd in the 2nd division and were just 2 games away from playing in the Bundesliga. They couldn't manage it though, but 6 months later they did beat German champions Bayern Munich in the cup. Moving to 2023 though, the team is in an awful situation. They finished last in the 3rd division, and that means there is no chance of playing with Bayreuth next year. But what makes Bayreuth so much more fun than any other team in the 3rd division? I think their fans are one big reason. When the club nearly dissolved in early 2007, the fans tried to sell themselves to save the club, claiming they would come to cheer at your parties and birthdays if you did give them enough money, and all of this money went towards saving Bayreuth. But what else makes Bayreuth worth playing? Well, they've never won a trophy, so you'd be the first person to bring any success to the club. They're also located in Bavaria, so you will have a bunch of good rivalries, including ones against 1860 and Bayern Munich, and you can even add the restriction of signing only players from Bavaria. I think there's definitely the possibility of a really fun German road to glory with a more obscure team in this save idea. But I know that you've probably done a save in the German 3rd division before, so let's move on to a really underrated league that I never see saves from instead. When the Romanian Liga was added to FIFA a few years ago, I thought this would be the start of EA adding loads of smaller leagues, but unfortunately that hasn't been the case. Despite this though, the Romanian league still has the potential to be a really interesting save. They've got a youth scouting region, they've got a national team in career mode, and they're a fully licensed league. But I'm not actually going to just recommend one team from this league, instead we'll be recommending 3. I'm going to suggest that you recreate one of Stadiu Bucharest or Dinamo Bucharest, because both have a lot of history, including Champions Leagues and over 50 league titles combined. I think they'll both be added to EA Sports FC because they were both promoted from the 2nd division, but after a really tough period of time for both clubs, it's cool to see them both back in the 1st division. If you prefer using real teams instead though, SSC Ferul are absolutely the best team in Romania in my opinion. This club died in 2016, but thanks to the Romanian legend George Hagi's return, they came back to life and they've gone on to become Romanian champions in 2023. But what makes them really fun is definitely their academy. Hagi's vision was to try and create the best academy in Eastern Europe, so when he merged his academy into Ferul, they instantly became youth academy focused and really good at it. This would be a really cool idea for your save. Maybe try and win a Champions League like a Romanian team has done before, while also trying to pump your national team full of top high potential players. While I really enjoy playing in Romania, I can fully understand if Romania isn't the save you want to do. The teams aren't really the most famous and the players are mostly unknown. So maybe somewhere like Italy would suit you better. How about a team that had George Hagi play for them himself, as well as Pirlo, Sandro Tonali, Baggio, Balotelli and Pep Guardiola? Brescia are just like every other Italian club, they have a pretty crazy history. From playing in Serie C to reaching European finals, they only survived relegation from Serie B last season by 2 goals. That's right, if they'd have conceded 2 more goals, they'd be now playing in the 3rd division rather than the 2nd, and they wouldn't be on FIFA. I think this save is perfect for a total rebuild. If you do these 3 steps, I think you'll have a super fun career mode in Northern Italy. The first, take Pirlo as your manager before he's removed from FIFA. Of course, Pirlo, being a former academy player, also played for Brescia for a number of seasons. Step 2, have a look on Transfermarkt or Google for a list of former Brescia academy players. Try and sign a few that make sense. There are quite a lot that are still on FIFA, and I think some of them would be really good additions to your squad. Finally, Pump as much money as you can into a single youth scout, send them to Italy, and slowly start building a high potential club full of young players. Despite Brescia being Italy's lowest rated team, you'll probably be promoted by the end of Season 3. At the start of Season 4, all of your youth scouted players will now be in their early 20s, so you should be set to have a pretty good and fun season in Serie A, and I think it would be a really good save. So that's the 5 teams I think people should use on FIFA Career Mode. We mentioned Brescia, Ferrol and Beirut, as well as the 2 creator club ideas in Romania to try and recreate one of their biggest teams. Let me know in the comments below if you've got any more suggestions for clubs you think would fit in this kind of video. But thank you for watching, check out the playlist and the video on screen right now, and I'll see you soon. Cheers and goodbye.